What's up guys, my name is Aaron, and today I'm going to be reviewing A.I.M. This is the 5th studio album by the English rapper artist M.I.A. I think she's one of the most creative rappers out there right now. Her sound is just really eclectic, really brash, really bombard you with a bunch of different sounds and stuff, and I feel like she's a really capable rapper as well. So I always look forward to her albums and stuff like that. I feel like she's really creative. This album I feel like was really experimental, even more so than a lot of her earlier stuff. And I feel like while there was some really good songs on here, there were some really bad songs, and this was kind of a mixed bag for me. I felt like when the production becomes a little bit more risky, there can be a lot of good payoffs, and I feel like there were some good payoffs with this album. The song Go Off, I like the Middle Eastern vocal sample in that track, the off-kilter drums, the booming bass, the warbling synth. It sounds really weird, but all those elements really fit well together. The song Visa kind of sounds like a early 2000s Timbaland beat to me, with the chugging percussion, the looping bass, the string instruments, and then again the kind of Middle Eastern samples. This sounds really chaotic, but I do like that song as well. The song Fly Pirate, it sounds really chaotic as well, with the blared synth, the underlying synth is on that track, the looped echoey effect on her voice, the water effect on that song too. When the production works, it really works really well. And I do like her vocal presence. It's really chill for the majority of it. She's really not that animated as a rapper or a singer, but she's never really been that type of person. She's kind of made anthemic songs before, but she's really not that animated. And I feel like because it's more even kill and kind of I would say even monotone at some points, it does fit the music really well, because the music is really out there, it's really crazy and stuff like that, and then her voice is just kind of this calming force and this kind of storm of chaoticness and stuff, and it does fit well. Just pretty much listen to Go Off to see what I'm talking about, because on that song, that beat is really crazy and stuff, and then her voice is just really kind of even killed and stuff. I do like that choice for the majority of this album. And then her lyrics and themes are pretty cool too. It's very personal for a change. She's mostly very political, kind of talking about things that are happening in society. But for the majority of this, she's really kind of going in on what's going on in her life, and that's kind of a nice change. On the song Go Off, it kind of sounds like she's talking about how she's really confident in herself on that song. Pretty much no one can get in her way of whatever she's trying to accomplish and stuff. The song Foreign Friend, talking about how M.I.A. is going to be this person's ride or die, and seems like she's kind of making fun of that person calls her foreign friend and stuff. It kind of seems like it's kind of tough in cheek, she's kind of making fun of that to me. And then Survivor kind of tells a story about this refugee's life. I feel like this album is a little bit more personal than her last albums, which is a pretty cool change of pace. But I feel like with this album, when it got a little bit risky and a little bit weird, sometimes it just didn't work that well for me. The song Free Done, I just felt like there was too many weird things going on. I felt like the beat was so airy that there really wasn't anything to grab onto, and Zayn's presence on the song, it could really be anybody. It really wasn't that crazy or anything that you really needed Zayn. It could literally just be any singer and stuff. The song Finally kind of sounds kind of out of place on this, because it's kind of a way poppier sound. It kind of sounds like something that would be on Selena Gomez's album, if that makes sense, and it just didn't really fit here with the kind of experimental vibe that she's setting off with this album. But mostly I thought this was a pretty decent album. I felt like the inventive production did work in places. I felt like she had a cool vocal presence and rapping style. She was kind of calm and kind of collected over these kind of eclectic, kind of weird beats. And I feel like you kind of got more of her headspace, as opposed to it being more political or kind of talking about society and stuff. I felt like this album did swing for the fences a lot, and there was a little bit more hit or miss than I would be accustomed to on an M.I.A. album. Overall, I'll give this a B-. I felt like it wasn't as good as most of her previous material was, but I felt like even then it's still worth a listen. I feel like it's there's some good songs on here, but it just wasn't as good as M.I.A.'s previous stuff. So what did you guys think? Did you like the album? Did you hate the album? Let me know in the comments what you thought, and thanks for watching. Thanks guys.